And we back. Back. Yeah, move like a snake. like a snake.
Did you see the video? I do not like the full song. I'm sorry, Nicole. You were very funny, but it was... Well, I guess it's not... I'm not the audience.
Yeah.
But she definitely drugged that girl, though.
Move like a snake.
She was moving like a snake. She was moving like a dinosaur.
Like a snake. And like a snake. What's up, y'all? I'm trying to get some energy. I got fake energy right now. You know why?
What the heck is going on?
Why can't I... freaking jet lag. So it feels like my bedtime.
Why do you have jet lag?
Girl, because I went to go stay with the old lady in the shoe.
Okay.
Get where she stay at.
In Dubai. I'm like,
She stay in Dubai.
That's what I'm saying.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
But yeah, I'm out here. I got a headache, low key.
You know what? I've actually been having... So, I've had migraines since I was a kid, really bad. But I think that I've discovered, not recently, some time ago, I discovered that you can get Botox for migraines, like above the forehead.
I'm not doing that.
I am. My migraines be so bad, like I have to leave work. Like, so I'm gonna go to a doctor and see what she suggests. That's not my last resort, but I am willing to consider it because I think it's you can get it like every 6 months, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting these migraines.
I don't have migraines. I have headaches, and I think that my headaches come from me doing certain things. I listen to a lot of loud music on a daily. I yell in the car. They
wasn't able to tell me like what caused it. I know it might have something to do with my allergies, but it's
that could be it. And then my glasses also, my eyesight gives me headaches sometimes.
Yeah, I've heard of that before too. Mm-hmm. I used to get pain if anything was close to my nose. So even though I needed glasses as a child, I couldn't even wear them. Ain't that crazy? I don't know, man. What's wrong with them? So what's up, Draco? Welcome back to the United States of America.
Yes, I'm a citizen of the UAE now.
Oh, are you? UAE.
I said it right because I'm from there. Yeah. So
what you was doing in Dubai?
It was my client's birthday, Reginae, and it was amazing. Let me tell you something. One thing I do regret from the trip, I guess I'll start from that, is I didn't ride the camel. I was really scared. First of all, it got way too dark. So then we started riding the camels, like everybody was getting on. When it was literally my turn to go, the person before me, when she was getting off the camel, she fell.
I saw that.
I said,
did she get hurt?
Nah, but it was so scary because the camels was mean. Like, one of the girls that came with her, she was trying to take a picture with it, and he like snapped at her. And so when the other girl fell off, she thought that she was about to get trampled over. Like, she thought that he was going to get nervous and step on her.
So scared.
So like all that kept running through my head, and I said, I'm way heavier than her. I'm not getting on her. Because if I fall off, I'm going to hit this damn camel. He's going to step on me. Well, the camels aren't really tall. They have really long legs. So when they bend their knees, you coming like far down from the sky. So they bend one knee at a time. So he bent the front knee first, and you were supposed to hold on and like push back so that way you won't fall. And I guess the upper body strength just couldn't handle it. She just flipped off of it.
Camels ain't in the business of tourism, okay? That's why. Yeah. Free the animals.
Yeah, I was just like, no.
do you feel like you missed out on the experience?
I did want to see how high off the ground I would have been if I was on that camel, but honestly,
I have a roof.
It's all good. I ride a horse. I ain't never rode a horse though, so
there you go. I haven't either. Actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, but it was fun though. I had I got like, of course, the traditional outfits for people in Dubai.
The local culture.
The local culture. Is that how you say it? I was trying to find a proper name of the culture. I don't really know, but I got two of them. I got two traditional outfits.
Oh, you like two that you brought home with you?
Yeah,
you can do that.
I bought them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I bought them.
Is that cultural appropriate?
It is.
Okay, just asking.
I ain't even gonna lie.
But they kind of encourage it there.
Yeah, they do. Black people are the only people that complain about it.
Okay, we're not gonna start that because that's not true. Japanese.
I mean, I won't say that.
Too,
Japanese people,
Korean,
especially Native Americans as well, they do have a really, really big issue with people and Hispanic.
Yes, so everybody.
Especially when it comes down to Chola and Chola culture. They hate it.
Exactly.
But no, they encourage it. They help me tie it on. They help me put it on. They helped me pick it out. I picked out 2 of them, wore them on 2 different days. They taught me how to tie it. So it was pretty cool. I tried the traditional food. I tried lamb and chicken kebabs from Dubai. I've had it here, but I've never, of course, I've never been there. So I tried it.
Difference, maybe like the spices and stuff.
The chicken was amazing. Okay, the
probably
lamb
was fresh and unaltered.
It was so good. The lamb was really weird.
Now behold the lamb. Ooh.
We went sand surfing. I guess that's what you call it when you in a car.
Ooh.
When you in a car and they drive through it.
Video. That looked very scary.
Oh my gosh. Because you didn't know that you was about to do it. You just pulled up to the dirt and he was like, everybody buckle your seatbelt. And we like, for what? Like, we've been riding this car without our seatbelt for the longest.
Y'all didn't notice it was happening?
No. So then he was like, buckle your seatbelts. And everybody's like, why? And I was like, just buckle your seatbelt because I think something about to happen. And then he just took off.
First of all, you should always have your seatbelt on. So don't ever question somebody who's concerned for your safety.
Yeah, it was crazy. So then that's when we got out and we took pictures in the middle of the desert. We went ATV riding. We went to the tallest building in the world.
I saw that.
We went to the Dubai Mall, which is one of the most expensive malls I've ever been in my life. It has a store for everything. I did buy something. I bought a bait bag. That was probably the only thing I couldn't afford.
How much was it?
It was actually cheaper than what it would be in America. In America, the bag that I got was $275 and I only paid $150. The house that we stayed in was on like an island. It was called Palm Island. So it was like a man-made beach almost.
Yeah, I saw it looked really, really beautiful. Yeah. Did y'all go to Abu Dhabi as well?
That's where the Grand Mosque was at. That's where we went for I don't know if you saw the pictures that we took in the actual mosque.
I think I did. I
think
I
did a
seen
tour
on
of
one
it.
of y'all's pages. How many people were on this trip?
18.
How you even? That's cool.
Maybe was it 18? I think it was 15.
It was 18. A lot because I've seen people that I didn't even know was with y'all. I'm like, oh.
We had 2 different houses, so it was it was Reginae's house, and then her mom had their own house with her fiance and her sister and her friend, and they both brought their spouses.
That's nice.
So it was pretty fun.
Must be nice. I wish I had celebrity friends to take.
We also went to the Ferrari World, Ferrari Land, which is a theme park. Yeah. And we rode the fastest roller coaster in the world.
Oh, how was that?
Oh my God. First of all, everybody was on the ride. We were so excited. They gave us goggles to put on to ride the ride.
Eyeballs.
And we was all excited, so we was like holding our hands up. And when it started, it was going so fast that I almost broke my arms because they flew back. Like my arms flew back.
I wonder how many injuries they get on that ride. So wait, was it fun though?
It was so much fun. Like I couldn't even move. Like it was going so fast to the point where I had to hold my eyebrows.
My would have been back in the United States.
I was holding my eyebrows. They had like some weird rides. Like all their rides are really fast. I guess that's why they call it Ferrari Land or Ferrari World. But yeah, it was crazy.
I wonder what that certification process look like.
Right.
Did you get doodled on?
Absolutely not.
Oh dang, that's not the answer I was hoping for.
I didn't. But overall it was fun. And then on the way back we had a 10-hour layover in Amsterdam, so we toured Amsterdam a little bit.
Did you smoke weed?
No, I was the only person. Everybody was calling me a pussy.
Yeah, why you didn't do it?
Because I didn't smoke. Because, well, for one, I don't like the way weed makes me feel.
Okay, but you a pussy.
I don't like it. So imagine me being paranoid on a plane for 10 hours.
I was just playing for
Dang. Yeah, so I just couldn't do it. Everybody smoked weed. Like, everybody there.
Even the baby. Even Rain.
She didn't go.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Just welfare check. I'm just playing.
Rain didn't go.
Nah, it like I had a good time. Y'all was real deep. Well, welcome back. I'm glad to have you back.
ZQuil was my friend, child.
Did it work?
Girl, yes.
Did you have like them kind of seats where you could relax?
No, I didn't.
I think I might try ZQuil. I think I might go to Kenya for my birthday. I think I'm finalizing.
Get you some ZQuil. I'll go there. I would actually do that. Like I would do that.
Go.
It's probably expensive. Don't you have to? No shade, but don't you have to get like shots and stuff to go to Africa?
It's no shade because I wanted the same thing. I think there are. I'll look into it though. That's a good question because I really do want to go. And,
I would love to go there.
And I always see flight deals for like $600-ish for
600 for
flights to Kenya. It's like special. It's basically from New York. So I would just have to find a flight to New York, which can be very cheap, and then from New York to Kenya,
very cheap and very scary.
Very scary. Right? I can't remember what the layovers are, but yeah, I think that's a cool. I really want to do. I want to go to the Giraffe Hotel, and I want to just visit the motherland. That'll be my first country that I'll visit, and I'll try to do South Africa and. Ghana. I'll keep going back. I want to go to Ethiopia. I want to go. Not Ethiopia. I want to go to Morocco.
Go off. See, that's good. See, I never even think to go to those type of places. Because when people go to Africa, they either go to Nigeria or
which is funny because
like
Nigeria doesn't even have a tourist presence. What are they doing when they go there?
I don't know. Good question.
They get credit card numbers.
Oh,
I'm just playing. Let me stop. That's problematic. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all know I don't even feel that way. My family's from Africa. They're from Liberia, to be exact. And I hope I can go there too. Truth be told.
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy? I was got the Liberia in South America and the one in Africa confused. I didn't know that there was a Liberia
there are too. Yeah.
Costa Rica. That
was
Yeah. Interesting.
So,
okay.
Anything you want to update? Anything you want to share? I got a couple things I wrote down that I want to talk about.
Let's talk about how you can't really do shit for a bitch. I was trying
to. Be back. Well, I want to say that I can't even say from this day forward, from a few months forward, I stand the baby. Period.
Me too.
Period.
His stage presence is unmatched.
His creativity in general.
Yes.
Yeah, I stand. And next time, he had a show here a few weeks ago. I actually knew about it way ahead of time. I just didn't. I can't remember why I didn't buy a ticket. Mm-hmm. But it better have been a good reason. But I'm going. Next time you have a show, I don't care if I'm open the door, let everybody in. I'm going.
I know that's right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. This is the Baby Stand podcast. All I hate is
and that's on period. I'm going to the next concert. I'm going to a Summer Walker. I'm gonna buy a ticket. Okay. Everybody been complaining about it, but guess what? I don't care.
Yeah, Summer Walker don't care until you be outside in the cold waiting for 4 hours while she outside taking selfies with Drake.
That was fake. Okay. She already said why that happened.
Okay.
She could be standing behind the stage performing, and I would still go. I just like her voice.
I'm glad I seen her at one music fest. So what you want to talk about? I got a couple. I actually got two things.
Okay, you go first because I had something and I forgot, but I'm going to pull it.
This is a little aged at this point, but I think it's still relevant. But there was a couple of, maybe about a week ago, I saw a video on Instagram of Fabulous complaining that he had reached out to Shiggy to do a video for him, and Shiggy asked for a fee.
What's wrong with that?
Exactly. So apparently they're friends, and he just felt like, bro, we men, you my dog, blah blah blah. Why I gotta pay you? But I'm pretty sure Fab asked that because he wanted that same momentum that he gave Drake. And people are like, oh, you ain't asked Drake for that, but Drake didn't ask him to do that either. That was just Shiggy being in character, and it just took off the way it did. And now people see the impact of that. Now he's just gonna be out here dancing for free. Cause mind you, Shiggy doing that dance for the Drake song, it made him to do more work. You know what I'm saying? Outside of stuff. So it's like, now you want me to, I gotta goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Calculate this in. But I just wonder how you felt about that.
No, that's not as a person in this industry, I guess I could say I'm in the industry now, huh?
Yeah,
I work in the industry. How about that?
Go ahead.
As of this year, it made me really realize how important it is to get paid for every single thing that you do. Because I think that we minimize, or I know I speak for myself, I just really minimize like my impact on stuff and just like my contribution to certain things. And I'm like, honestly, I look back on stuff and I see, if I gave somebody an idea or if I did something or I was a part of something, I'm like, damn, I ain't even get paid for it, but it's big. Like I was a part of something that was major. I could have got paid for that. So the fact that he definitely, a little petty dance, I ain't gonna say petty, but it was a little.
Really, at the moment, it had no value. It was just him being himself.
And it was global because of that song. It made that song like for real go to number one. Not saying that the song wasn't good to go by itself, but I'm saying that definitely helped. It
definitely maximized it. Yeah, for sure.
It definitely helped.
People still want him to do that darn dance
every time they see him. So what's wrong with that? And you got the money. You got the money.
I agree.
Even listening to that recent interview with T-Pain, how he said he did all those favors for people and they wouldn't return it.
Yeah, I believe it. But that's how people are, though. I think that people just be like, oh, come on, dog. Like, you my fam. But it's like, you're not my only friend. And all y'all got needs, and so do I.
And I have bills.
And it's like, Shiggy is like a social media star. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that this doesn't mean he doesn't have any money, but it's kind of like, you have a career off rapping, and that's going to pay your bills. But he's not like...
That's his job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's not... That's his job. It just doesn't make sense. But I totally agree. It's like, okay, would you... Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm pretty sure... Like, let's say Shiggy was a rapper, and he did a song with Fabulous for free. Shiggy would get paid off of that song regardless if Fabulous paid him for the feature. But you asking him to record a dance and do this and make sure it's sensationalized, it's just not fair. I'm not with it.
Yeah, they gotta stop playing. I don't want to keep talking about Zay Banks and Lizzo. I'm just gonna let that ride. I won't talk about Lizzo.
Oh.
Guess we are talking about Lizzo. You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
So here's my take on Lizzo, okay? I was on the same kind of train as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because
what's that
realistically...
Because I don't know what everybody else
I feel like it's becoming a lot with her. I feel like she is just doing things for shock value and, you know, whatever. But realistically, she's always had like a loud and proud personality. She's always been that type of person.
Yeah.
Just looking back on... the most recent thing that's been going on, how people were like bashing her for wearing that shirt to the game with her butt out and the thong. You know, I do feel like, and you know, it was inappropriate, but I feel like the way that people were dragging it out, like, oh, it was kids. I'm like,
yeah,
you know what's so crazy?
Even about the kids.
You know what's so crazy though? Rihanna do stuff like that all the time, and people don't ever say nothing like that.
Yeah, but has she done that? I've seen she had a sheer dress where her booty was visible.
That's what I'm saying.
You think that's the same thing, though?
Yes. You're in a public place with something so sheer to where you can see your nipples without a flash on. Yeah. That's definitely inappropriate.
No, you're right. I agree.
And it's happened with different people, not just her, and it's never been that big of a deal. I think that it is just because... of her weight size.
Yeah.
And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people glorify her just because of that. Like, I understand that she's proud of it or whatever, and just let her be that. But realistically, if you're going to hold her accountable for that and try to call her out on so much, then you got to call everybody out on it. It's not something that could be one-sided, whether she's big or small.
I agree. So I definitely think that people are extra annoyed by it because of her size, but I do feel like if somebody of a smaller size wore that to a basketball game, they would have the same reaction. I personally feel like, yeah, I agree with what you said about Rihanna. Now, I don't know where else I've seen Rihanna dress like that besides like award shows and red carpet. Well, I feel like people kind of have the platform to be a little risque or make a scene per se. But I do feel like there is a time and a place for, you know, that kind of look and you know, representation. Yeah. And I don't think a basketball game is it.
Rihanna posted her whole titties out on Instagram before.
But
that's why I got deleted.
Now, so, okay, what about Beyonce? She posted on the same day this Lizzo video got out. Do you feel like that was inappropriate for her to post that? Or do you feel like it should be treated the same as Lizzo?
What did she post?
She posted that picture with her booty out for the Ivy Park ad.
Her butt was out? I don't remember. I didn't see it. Did I see it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you posted it. Just go to her page.
Her butt was out?
Yeah, she had on that, it was like that tight cut, I guess it was swimsuit drawers. It was, her crack wasn't out, but definitely her booty cheeks.
Let me see. Oh, and her braids was covering it? Yeah. Exactly.
You know what? And maybe it's, somebody educate me, but I don't feel like that's the same thing. I feel like.
But I mean, everybody has the access to see it, if not more people, because a lot of people didn't even see her until people started reposting her, speaking about Lizzo. More people can see that. But how is it not the same?
I just feel like, I know, but I just think that me taking a picture and posting it on my social media from a photo shoot or whatever case is not the same as me going to a basketball game wearing the same thing. I just think it's like it's like, for example, if you have a swimsuit, you're not going to wear that to the grocery store, but you'll wear it to the beach. And that's not inappropriate because there's a time and a place for everything.
I understand that. But yeah, not even just the basketball thing though. Lizzo do stuff like that all the time when people complain.
And she does post a lot, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with her like posting type of pictures all the time. That doesn't annoy me. But I feel like the going to the game. I think if she would have went to somebody's party, okay, cool. Or if she would have went to like some kind of, I might even give her a pass. If she would have went to like, no, I wouldn't. I'm about to say a museum. I wouldn't.
I don't know. I get it. And I do feel like I said, I did feel like it was inappropriate, but I've definitely seen other artists do certain things like that in a public setting or similar, you know what I'm saying? And it hasn't gotten that type of recognition.
I also think that
because I mean, realistically, remember Lady Gaga was doing it every time at one point.
It has a lot to do with likability, I think, and this era of social media.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Lady Gaga definitely would wear like panties and stuff like that out in public to anywhere. It don't matter where she was going. She was going to put that on. That just was her.
Yeah.
So I feel like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I just think it's so funny that people just always scream out this body positivity thing now and then. Here's Lizzo, and now everybody hates fat Lizzo.
I don't have a problem with body positivity, but I do have a problem with seeing anybody's body at the basketball game.
Heard you. And I'm wrong with that. And I feel the same way, but I don't like people jumping on Lizzo like that. It ain't that deep.
I remember once when I worked at Cumberland Mall, there would be girls out there with the titties out. And obviously it's like, okay, your expression, because I do feel like people have the right to dress how they want to dress, but that don't mean I can't have an opinion or an impression on it. I just think like, you coming to the mall, maybe you just don't like trying on clothes, so you want to be as accessible to your you want to be able to undress as quickly as possible, but it's like, is this really the place? Like, you wouldn't go like that to church. It's just like there is a, like, and this is what I think that we're in an era of so much freedom that now I can't even explain it. Honestly, I don't even know how to explain it. I just think that there's a time and place for everything, and without it being said, y'all know what I mean. Okay?
Yeah. So, yeah, justice for Lizzo.
Anyway, what you got next? That's it? What? Oh, God.
So apparently April is cheating on Fizz.
I saw that. They claim that video was from... Okay, I'm sorry. The people listening might not know. So apparently there was a video that leaked of April kissing this rapper on the forehead. It looks like they might have been in a club, but people are saying that's... Well, she's saying it's from a music video.
Goodbye.
Bruh, did you see that video? It was like Fizz and April on their own tour, and it was when that white boy had that Tupac shirt on. It was... who is that?
I don't know. I love that video so much. Let me tell you something. I need that type of support.
That's how I dance too. I be doing a little... Hey, when he was on the bottom wine,
I love that. I have no comments on this April and Fizz situation no more. I'm done. Anyway, catch me at the Millennium Tour when it comes.
Period. Oh yeah, me and my friend Mishley definitely going to the Millennium Tour. We really should have just got flow seats because they were so goddamn cheap. But we got low seats, but not flow seats. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be there. So.
Period. All right. Well.
Rest in peace, Juice Wrld. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
That's actually really sad. I read today that this. Did you hear what they say happened? The police said happened.
That he was he swallowed the pills trying to hide from the feds.
Yeah, because the pilot had reported that they had guns on the plane, and so when they landed, the police was there. And so they were trying to hide the drugs and all the other stuff. He swallowed all them pills. Yep.
Apparently he had a drug problem though. Even he said it out his mouth a few times. Yeah. He said it out of his mouth a few times that he had a really big drug problem, and it's just sad.
He literally just turned 21 last week.
Yep. It's sad. The girls who we were in Dubai with, their boyfriends were friends with Juice Wrld, so we kind of knew about it before it happened.
Yeah.
Before it was posted, rather. Yeah, not before it happened, but yeah.
What I was about to say,
it was crazy.
I read somewhere that he had a lyric saying that he wasn't gonna live past 21 or something like that.
Yeah, they always say stuff like that. Just like Post Malone, I don't want to die too young.
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy. Even when the baby was like, sorry, I'm a the baby stan. But yeah, man, he said something along the lines of like he's like, I'm gonna die of old age whenever I die. I'm like, well, I hope so, brother.
Yeah, people took that lyric that Juice Wrld said, and they are taking it way too far. I seen a think piece on Instagram today.
Oh God, think piece is Dustin calls him.
Yeah, it was problematic.
What is that?
You know how we always, the new thing to say now is I hate it here.
Yeah.
It's like, people need to stop saying they hate it here because you just never know when it's your last time and and I don't care who get mad at it. Y'all need to stop saying I hate it here. You need to be appreciative of what you have and what's around you.
That's why I deleted my Twitter. I get tired of saying that. It's so draining. I can't.
Nah, I feel
like this stuff, y'all. Listen. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I definitely deactivated my Twitter again. But I actually let my last account just get deleted. I ain't even try to retrieve it. But I just feel like all this stuff that people put out, and a lot of times people are trolling. They don't even really mean the stuff that they're saying. They just put it out there. But I feel like it really does have an impact on the consumer. Like I think about certain stuff. Like I always use this example. So I was listening to this podcast a couple of years ago, and this girl was saying that you should not refer to women as a female. You should call them a woman because a female can be anything generic. Like, you talk about a wall socket and a plug. It's the male to female. And they every time I do come on their show and they say female, they check them about it. And I never looked at it that way. And now, anytime I hear a guy say female, I don't even agree with them. But it has settled in my mind that much. Now I'm noticing every time somebody say female, like that's toxic to me. And I don't want to be like influenced by that type of stuff. I want to have my own opinion. I want to maintain by that unless I'm educated, true documentation educated on what the issue is. I don't want to be like people's opinions. People put stuff out there as fact. It's not true. They say anything, and then all you do is all these retweets. Like I feel like a lot of that stuff has impacted the presidential campaign. It's impacted businesses and how they practice, and just overall people in general. And it's just not okay. So I'm not with it.
You might have got something going on there because I might have to just... No, honestly, I do feel like a lot of my opinions sometimes are kind of clouded by social media. That's why I said at first I was kind of on everybody's side because I understood, what they meant by what they were saying about what was going on with Lizzo. But then I just took a look back and I'm like, no. I'm not going to accept this because at the end of the day, like, I do feel like she should have never wore that to the game. Like, I stand firm in that. But at the end of the day, people just never complained that much with Gaga. She dressed in stripper shoes and panties and all that other stuff. And Rihanna did the same thing in some places that may not seem appropriate, but the complaints weren't that bad.
Yeah, and it's just way she had on lobster suits.
Yeah. Like, it's just, so I'm like, no, that's not fair, especially if y'all trying to push this whole body positivity agenda. Like, no.
Yeah, it's just not cool. And then people are so conflicted, man. It's just like, even down to Kamala Harris dropping out of the presidential election. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was like a Kamala supporter. I wasn't I don't have a preferred presidential candidate right now. I'm giving everybody the same opportunity, same for Kamala. And I feel like people went so hard, like, oh, she's the police. Oh, she put black people in jail. Oh, da, 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 da. But it's like, she was a public defender. She, not public defender. She was a,
I literally read yesterday that somebody was saying that they didn't support her because she was one of the people who put Lil' Kim in jail.
It was literally her job. This was her job, you know what I'm saying? And not to justify, but I think that people are I feel like, this is my opinion, not skewed by anything I've seen on social media, but people feel like, oh, I'm black, let me not make any black people go to jail. Now, she did implement a law that was saying that she was going to arrest parents for their children not going to school. And let me tell y'all, that's not a new law. They definitely had that here in Georgia, and that's not justifying it, but the way people were maximizing the impact of it was like, oh my God, she's doing this, she bringing on the black community, and they actually never arrested anybody under that law. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but the thing is, that part is not important. It's like, oh, hold these people accountable, do this, do that. But like, have you ever worked for the government? Have you ever even been a part of the courthouse? Have you ever, like, it's like, the thing is, a lot of people, she said herself, she arrested criminals. If you break a law, you go to jail, period. Whether you black, white, whatever. It does not matter. Nobody's exempt because of their race. And she's not, now you're going to be mad because all this crime is going on in your neighborhood because Kamala Harris had a heart because it's a young black brother coming from a skewed background. That don't change nothing. It's just not cool. And so now, aside from financial things, she had to drop out of the race because she wasn't getting, you know, obviously people weren't supporting her as they should. But I feel like this social media stuff is heavily impacted. Like even things like Trump, because like he's like, even though people are roasting Trump or trolling him, whatever the case is, that is giving him momentum. People still have a platform, and now he getting the attention that he craves because of things like social media. And he trolls, he goes on here and says these negative things. People don't take him seriously. They don't go vote, regardless of the negativity that's being presented to them. They play around with it. They do things like talk about how they don't vote because this and that. It's just like have a mind of your own and just do your research before you put this stuff on the internet, because it literally belongs to everybody once it goes out there. It's not cool, and it's very damaging, and I'm not okay with it.
I never understand why people like scold police officers for arresting people that do actual crimes.
Like if they do
I understand that we do have, you know, in the black community, we do have people that get arrested for doing absolutely nothing, getting killed by police officers and just being mistreated by them for doing absolutely nothing. But then there are people that actually commit crimes, and people sit there and try to fight against them or combat with people just because they, you know, that's somebody they're attached to, and just because they're black. And I'm like, well, they did something.
If they did it, they got to do the time. Period. You know? Period.
But hey, that's just me.
No, I agree, and I
because I'm gonna tell you this now. If something happens to me, like if somebody, black, white, Mexican, whatever your race is, I don't care. You're going to jail.
Yeah, period. I don't care. That's how it is. And then they say, you know, you hate the police, but you want them to protect your community. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, I get it. I get why people hate the police. I might be a little biased because I have police officers in my family who I deem as good cops. And I think that I have had good experiences with police officers, and I know that there are some bad and some good, but in reality they are there to protect and serve. So let's hold the bad ones accountable, absolutely. But I don't think it's fair to the ones who are actually doing the good work, who have to kind of get like thrown into the bunch with all the bad ones.
Late.
Anyways, I'm not here to talk about the police or politics. I just wish that people would have a mind of their own and not just retweet stuff that before they even do their research. Like, please, y'all, literally Google is right there in the same hand as that tweet. You can wait.
Let's do it. Let's go. So, with that being said, I hit Alicia up maybe a week. Well, this is when I was gone.
Yeah, that's why you went to buy. Different time zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I came across a tweet from a guy, and it was a video. I honestly think that he made the video to troll or just to kind of get views for YouTube, because it was a YouTube video. It was like a screenshot from a YouTube video. But he's one of those people, and I've came across videos before because I know some of the people that were in videos with him. So I don't know him personally, but I kind of get an idea of the type of person that he is. But I came across a video, right? And he basically was saying that it doesn't matter what anybody says. Yes, he's been gay forever, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't see himself with men for the rest of his life. He wants to be married with kids later on down the line, married to a woman. And it kind of bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I got so much to say about this. I'm going to let you start this because I'm going to talk about it all day. I'm just going to gather my thoughts a little bit to see where I want to start at.
Where's the video?
Oh, hold on. Let me pull it up. I got it
right here. I was on Twitter, but I deleted it. So.
The purpose of this video is to let you guys know I am not gay anymore, bro. I'm saying it confidently. And the reason I say that is because, like, I genuinely see myself one day. It don't have to be no time soon. But one day down the line, I see myself with a wife and kids. I don't care what nobody got to say about that. I see myself with that. I love, it's like I just love living my life and being expressive. So even down the line, if I date a female, I'm still going to act the same as that way. Nothing is changing about my actions, the way I act. She going to have to be able to accept me for who I am. And she will have to be able to understand that I've dated boys before. I'm an openly gay. I just be openly gay. But I'm not anymore. She have to understand that. But until then,
what?
So I want you to know. Anything I post.
What? Well, the thing. Okay, this is what I feel.
Let's talk about how you can't
not be gay anymore. If you like men, you like men. It's okay. But if you like women, you like women too. So it's okay.
I would have accepted it more if he would have just came out as bisexual. Because I understand that.
Right. Or just not come out as nothing. Just be yourself and not make this video for attention.
Yeah, you don't have to put a label on it.
I'm not. He said, I'm just openly gay, but I'm not no more. Okay, this is what I feel. You know what, though? It's complicated. So I actually know someone who was in a quote-unquote gay relationship and did not and knew that they wanted to be with someone of the opposite sex in the long run. And they did that. And they don't like the same sex anymore. They just did it because it was something that happened.
Do I know this person?
Please hold.
Say
We're
less.
back.
I already know.
So this person was in a relationship with the same sex. Knew that they didn't want to be it. They really was in love with this person. They was together for a while. But they always felt like in the future, in the long run, they could only see themselves having a family with this gender and living a life like that. And that they were not attracted to the same sex, but they were attracted to that person of the same sex. And when they broke up, they pursued what they felt like they really wanted. And that's what happened.
Cap. So I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Cap.
I want to believe that this person is not gay no more, but yeah, exactly. It's complicated.
I actually have two friends that has happened to. I have two friends that identify as lesbian, and they were lesbians for years, like for a long time. One of them were a lesbian for maybe like since they were like 15, 16, up until like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and they're like 32. About 4 or 5 years ago, they stopped dating women, started dating men. And I necessarily didn't agree with it, but it's not up to me because it's none of my business realistically. But in my head, I'm just like, so you just wake up one day and says you're not a lesbian anymore. And the reason behind it, because of course I've asked, and both of them literally said the exact same thing. They just wanted a family, and they felt like what they were doing was wrong.
Yeah, that's how this person felt as well.
And my thing is, you can't change just your attraction. What you like, your attraction like overnight. Like that's just not like a thing. And I get people all the time that just, the first thing girls ask when they ask about you being gay is, have you ever had sex with a woman? What does that have to do with anything?
That's not the first thing. I just asked you for the first time the other day. Can you be specific?
What?
I'm just
But no, that's what they always ask. Like, they be like, you ever had sex with a girl? Da, da, da. That's always their thing. And if you say no, they're like, well, how you know if you like it or not? I'm like, well,
I don't think that your sexual orientation has anything to do with your sexual activity. I think that
at all.
people are attracted to somebody before they have sex with them.
Yes.
Like, I get why people think that, but they need to realize that that's not the case. That's just not what it is.
Yeah, and it's just like, I understand. I think that they're just, me personally, the way I look at it is, I think they're just, they like the idea of having a quote unquote normal family, but they don't realize how toxic that is, because realistically, being gay isn't something that you pretty much choose. It's definitely in your blood. I've definitely known, I think we know people, as of recently, I've found out that being gay is definitey genetics.
Yeah, you.
What? My parents aren't gay though. Neither one of them.
Oh, you mean Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it could definitely be genetic.
That's what I'm saying. So that alone should tell somebody that that's not something that nobody can choose. It's definitely genetics.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that's, that's in you, and I feel like that's being forceful. He could have easily just said he wanted a family. It didn't have to be necessarily specific towards a woman or whatever, unless he came out as bisexual. He just came out flat out and said he wasn't gay no more, but whoa, delivered.
Yeah.
That's what you give it. Like, I don't get that.
Think about on him, Andrew Caldwell. First of all, he probably, before he went viral, he probably really thought he was doing something when he went down to the church and said that. But he
definitely got paid for that though.
You think so?
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where, you know how like you see those commercials about people who get saved and they get the coat thrown on them and now they're healed.
You think that's what it was?
It definitely was one of those.
Really?
If you look at the original video of it, it definitely gave that. It gave one of those like churches.
I feel like he's just dramatic, and that's what he.
Yeah, he was the perfect candidate for that video, and now he's a celebrity.
Right.
He out here in these streets. He doing whatever. He's on every show. He's all over Instagram. He's a YouTuber, whatever you call it.
Paul always be like, "Stop calling me sis."
Exactly. So he definitely is. I think he's just trolling. I think that, yeah.
What does this guy do? This YouTuber? Had you heard of him before?
Yeah, like I've seen him in videos with people that I know, and he's like, been singing and rapping and doing challenges. He's just a regular YouTuber.
Yeah. I think YouTubers be taking stuff to this.
Bro, I was about to say that. Like, and YouTubers have a history of just being the type of people where they just make up stuff just to get views and, people to come because they get paid for it. So I get it. So I definitely think that he was joking. I would hope he was joking because it's just not cool.
Did he make a follow-up video or has he responded to the reactions?
I never followed up with it. I just saw that one clip of it and I was just like, what?
Right? Have you ever felt, and I don't mean this like to be like,
no. This is a whole
Have you been attracted to a woman before? Like after you've been identifying as gay or whatever?
No.
Okay.
Do lesbians count? I've been attracted to a lesbian before, and
I've been attracted to a lesbian before.
Yeah, I've been attracted to a lesbian before, but other than no,
Young and May. I think in my mind she is a man. She give man vibes, baby. I would never want to be with her though.
That's homophobic.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'm just playing. No,
I don't want to be problematic. But no, I'm not gonna say I'm attracted to him. But I definitely like Young and May is so close to a dude that I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, no. I get it, and that's why I don't get why dudes be trying to act like they're not attracted to trans women.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I get it. I definitely understand. Like it's okay, like to be attracted to some. I mean,
I just think this is what I talk about this outside the podcast to a lot of people. I just feel like stop trying to label it. Just be what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Like if you want to have some dick and then some pussy, so what? Get that and some booty too, and get some hand if you want. Like it's just do. It just does not matter because I feel like even him making that video is. Even if he's genuinely meaning, it's still gonna complicate things for himself. So if you want that woman and that family, go get it. Who cares? It's literally nobody's business. Nobody's business.
Yeah.
If you want to have sex with the air conditioner, listen, do that. Be careful, but do that.
It's just something. I feel like sexuality is just one of the most sensitive topics, just because, and I think coming from the male spectrum, it's very sensitive because we have to be just these strong people, and we can't look at as weak. And people look at gay as being weak because they automatically assume or associate being gay with being wanting to be feminine or wanting to be a woman or want to do things like a woman, and that's not always true. Like I really enjoy being a boy. Like I like boy clothes. I like
boys.
I mean, besides that, I'm just saying I just really enjoy being a boy. I like doing boy stuff. Like I like to play sports sometimes. Like I would play baseball. I would play kickball. I would do all that type of stuff. Just because I'm gay, I don't.
Like it literally has nothing to do with your physical.
It doesn't. I actually came across something really fucking crazy on social media the other day, and like I've been following up on a story. Because it has been one of the most insane things. It don't really have nothing to do with the topic that we on, but in a way it does because it's about sexuality. It's fine.
It's the open discussion podcast. Hey, go ahead and rate us 5 stars while you're at it.
Period. I made everybody on the trip subscribe and rate us 5 stars.
Okay, good. Cause we almost at 90. I knew. So I was like, dang, we almost okay.
So I definitely
can we get the celebrity ones to leave a real review?
I was trying to get it. I actually was trying to leave reviews from certain people's phones and it wouldn't let me. I know that's cheating. Oh well.
Nah, because I would have been like, look who stamped it. They were like, I ain't say that.
So listen. So it's a guy on social media. You guys can go look him up if you want to follow the story yourself. Let me just get his Instagram handle. His name is Black Frost, BLKK Frost in the number 2. But he is a porn star. And I've been following him on Instagram for maybe like 3 or 4 years. I think he is so fine. But he's married to a woman who's also they're both porn stars and they're both tattoo models.
Black Frost too, like
BLKK.
Oh, okay.
He's married to a porn star and they both are like tattoo models. They both have like a body full of tattoos and they look cool. But I think he is so fine. But at first I didn't know he was married. But yeah, he's married to a lady and they both do porn. They both have like their own OnlyFans.
We need them on the show.
They have OnlyFans. I don't know them personally.
It's okay. We can get to know them. Ain't nothing to reach out to nobody.
So I was following I was on his Instagram page the other day, right? Mm-hmm. And he was posting videos of him like with busted lips, and he was bleeding. His eye was swollen. So I couldn't really hear it because I was in a public place and I didn't want to press it in public. So allegedly, well, not allegedly, because I mean he had video proof. He had an abusive wife. I've never seen anything like that before. Like, I've always heard of abusive husbands and, you know, domestic violence when it's always the man hitting on the woman. But she was literally, like, beating him in the head with champagne bottles.
Oh, my God. Wait, this was recorded?
He recorded it. And he was posting it. He just woke up that day. He was over it. He said he just going to expose her. He going to let the world know what he's been dealing with. I don't know what happened to him, but he's in the hospital right now. He had to get surgery on his leg. I don't know if she did something to him, but what made them popular is because they kind of broke the mold with the heterosexual community when it came down to sexual activity, because they were one of the first openly straight couples to use like dildos on each other, and strap-ons,
just having sex and doing what they want to do.
Yeah. Being open, that they were just doing that. They both enjoyed it, but he was just saying how behind closed doors she would call him all type of faggots and all this other stuff, and how she was real homophobic and just hated the gay community. But he was just like, I never felt like that. He said those are the people that support us the most, just because they live freely.
So she probably felt like she was demeaning him, like when she would peg him and stuff like that. Like she probably, it wasn't definitely just for pleasure.
And he said that she would get drunk off of wine and she would just start going off him and beat on him, and he had like busted lips, like I said, like everything. God. So now he's in the hospital. He's getting surgery on his leg. I'll follow him on Snapchat too, and this is what he was talking about, because he ain't really been posting on Instagram. But yeah, he exposed her the other day, and I was shook. I was just like,
you
wow.
You better get your boo. You protect him at all costs.
She gonna call him, get me. I ain't really,
right.
You know,
dang,
you gotta go through the whole process of divorce and everything, because you know.
Well, I'm sure she's acted like this before. I mean, obviously.
This is something.
I'm just curious to know if she was like this before they got married, or maybe it wasn't that big of an issue. Because, you know, sometimes there are issues in a relationship and it's not that, you know, it's like, oh, girl, if I was you, I'd break up with him. But things aren't always a grounds to be breaking up on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things do accumulate over time. People do make bad decisions or they make mistakes. And you can't make a permanent decision off a temporary feeling. So you got to kind of have your receipts.
And he just seems like a strong man. He used to be a construction worker. Like, he just seemed like a man that can just take a lot. And I know that sucks, but it just seems like he just take a lot, you know what I'm saying, from whatever. But it just sucks. Like, I never would have thought that happens, and it just kind of opened my eyes up to something different. I don't know. I was just like, wow.
I guess that's why you say you don't feel like it ties with the. I mean, it's interesting though. It's just that's really sad though. I follow him from the podcast page.
Yeah. He definitely is. He's Slavery Go Strong. He just get pegged. I don't know if you're into pegging or not.
No, I'm not. I'm not even into women getting anal. I'm not into it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll do it myself, but I can't watch it. I cannot. I don't know.
I'm just saying, you know, it's a thing now. Like, most people are just, you know, it was taboo at first, but now the girls is getting into it.
Yeah, some I'm in denial about it, but
so for sure.
Back to the subject. I was going to ask you something. The question, and I hope this isn't problematic, but I was always okay. I never understood why, and y'all forgive me if this is not my place to ask, but I'm just open discussion.
This open discussion. We having a conversation.
See what I'm saying? That's why I don't like social media, because now I gotta make all these disclaimers.
No,
but I never, when a guy. So let me use this guy for example. I went to high school with this dude, right? And he was a thug, or I guess you could say, or maybe he was pretending to be a thug. I don't know. But I've seen him in the recent years, and he is very, very feminine. So obviously, it has been made obvious to me through his social media that he dates men. Mm-hmm. But he never acted feminine. Now, do you know or have any idea what causes people to act like the gender that they date? Does that make sense? Like studs are women that like women. Is there a genetic that makes somebody a tomboy, and does something click for a guy to start twisting?
It could be different things. Like, it could be them picking up on mannerisms that they've been around, or they may feel like that's how they act. Some people are naturally feminine. Like, I get that. We definitely both experienced like people that were feminine at a young age. But
shout out to
yeah, yeah, one of the dolls.
Period.
But I feel like a lot of times when that happens, like when they act a certain way before and then they come out like that, it's because the area that they grew up in or who they were around, they felt like they had to do that to fit in so they wouldn't get picked on. But realistically, that's just who they always were.
And that's what I was thinking too. But yeah, no, you're right.
I don't know what causes that, because I mean, I feel like all gay men have some sort of femininity.
Right.
I feel like all men, period. Not even just to put gay men, but
and
I think it's all men.
So, you know what's funny? So, one of our childhood friends told me about a guy that was on a DL that we know that he was messing with. And then I went to the guy's page. And I'm like, dang, he is kind of feminine. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have thought that if he never told me that. So anyway, but basically, I feel like I always wonder if that. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like all men have feminine traits, just like all women have some sort of masculine traits in some ways.
Yeah, apparently when I say bruh, it's one of my masculine traits.
But men, you know, a lot of men suppress it. I think that men in general just literally love, like, especially straight men, they just overly, like, just have to overly prove that they're a man.
Yeah,
they have
that
to
pride.
overly
they have an image to people.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? I hate that that was planted in my head as a kid, because now, even when I have a lot of friends that are just into, I guess you would call it the art scene. That's what we call it. And they have boyfriends that literally just act normal. And in a sense, to a regular person, it may come off as feminine, but I'm like, he's just literally not trying to be extra macho. He's not trying to be like a whole macho man and be extra and all this other stuff, but I'm like, he's just being normal. That doesn't mean he's gay.
Yeah.
But in my head, just because I grew up thinking that all guys were just extra macho, you know what I'm saying, deep voice and just...
Who you imitating?
I'm just saying, in general, like, you just have to have a deep voice, you gotta play football, you gotta be rough and, you know, all the time, like a cute dog. And it's like, I grew up with that image of what a man was, that now, when I see that, I kind of question. I'm like, oh my God, is he gay? But realistically, he's just being normal. He's being regular.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I think that we all just have that in our head, for real. And now that we're in a time where people can be free and be themselves, I mean, it's not all the way free, of course, but where we are more free than we were before. And I think that people just act just act like who they are and don't have to pretend, whatever. I mean, guys can be feminine.
It's interesting, man. I do wish that there was not so much intensity put around making sure you are, quote unquote, a man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just too much work, like the whole pause. I get the comedy behind it, I do. But at the same time, it's like, just say what you got to say, man.
Yeah. I almost lost a client recently because, and it's my fault. I should have just said something the first time it happened. And I still haven't said anything because I just don't know how to approach the situation without being like extra assertive and almost seeming like I'm doing too much. But I really feel some type of way. One of my clients always says, because a real nigga ain't gonna do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll say something like, what real nigga you know gonna do that? What real nigga you know?
It's like, so what you saying about me?
And I'm just like, so what's the real nigga?
Yeah. They probably trying to say, like, is this a female? A woman?
Yeah, it's a female.
See what I'm saying? I just said woman instead of female.
I'm gonna say female.
It's because they probably like a dude from the streets, or a dude that's hard, a dude that's, like, pull up with the stick, let it hit.
I know some gay men that talk like that. I know gay men with
24s on their cars. You know what I'm saying? They don't call
like
bodies.
Openly gay men. I know openly gay men who have hella guns and have, and I'm not joking. Like, they have like,
oh no, I know you ain't.
Like hood nigga cars and they trap and all this other stuff. So I know some gay men that are harder than some straight boys. So that's just, they real niggas. If you want to say that, you know what I'm saying? Girl, it be wearing me out every time.
It comes from a lack of education. I think that this is what I was talking to my sister about this. When you have a child, I think you have to expose them to as much as possible. And I think I might have said on a podcast before, but when kids, like, for example, get picked on, it's because of something that's different. And they're like, oh, you got 5 fingers on your chest? Oh my God. But it's like, if they're growing up, be like, hey, some people have fingers on their chest, some people have them on their hands, some people don't have them at all. It's okay. It's totally fine. So when you see somebody with fire, it's like, oh, what's up, bro? I heard about y'all before. But it's not I feel like people pick something that is different to them and they make a mockery of it and it becomes a thing. And now that person has to be ashamed about something that is totally normal for them, and it should not be like that. It should be whatever you are is what you are. Like, when we were younger, the whole African booty scratcher thing, not everybody from Africa. Now we all want to do our ancestry and find out what tribe we from. And
can we just leave Wakanda alone? It's Africa.
Did you know Wakanda is a real city in Chicago?
Yeah, but it's not Africa.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, call it Africa, not Wakanda.
And Africa's a continent also. Please be advised. But no, I just feel like people just identify these little one things that's different and probably from their own insecurities. And now it's a thing. And now people have insecurities growing up because of this one thing they got picked on about. And it just grows into bigger issues and they become police officers.
All of the things.
Anyways, no, that's crazy though. I don't really know. I don't know what else I can answer that.
At the end of the day, you cannot be delivered from being gay, no matter how many times you pray, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many
conversion
Bibles
therapy is real in a lot of places.
That's dealing with science. So I ain't got time for that. So that's doing too much, but it's just not a real thing. Like, you can't pray the gay out of people. I wish people would just stop there. You can't pray the gay out of yourself. If you like men, if you like women, and you're the same sex as them, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just, approach it at your own speed, at your own time, but at the end of the day, it's normal. You can have a family. We're in 2019, about to be 2020 in a couple days. We can have families in same-sex marriages and same-sex relationships. I think that it comes from
their upbringing. They're just like, find a nice woman, and now they don't want to shame. Like, they want to keep up that image because now in their mind, they're like, you know what? It's like marriage. People want to have this big wedding and do all this other stuff, but then after the wedding, they realize that it really was overrated. But people were trying to tell them that all along. But society put it in their head. It's like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to pay for people to come watch you get married when you already got married at the courthouse the day before.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care how many dudes play me. I'm still gonna date them.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, you know how people be like, you know how girls be like, oh, I'm just gonna go girls because dudes just keep playing me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna date a white dude because these black dudes keep playing. You mean men play in general?
Right. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna date them.
Period.
I don't care. I'm not going over there. I'm not gonna fake the funk. It is what it is. Like it or don't, I'm still gonna do it. It's just can't deal.
McKeon deal. Anyways, I got a few things to edit out this episode. That's gonna be fun.
But
y'all, we have something real special coming up. Well, I think it's special.
Should we tell them what it is? Or
heck no, you just need to make sure you subscribe on all channels, YouTube, Instagram,
YouTube,
Facebook. Let me tell you, we got a lot of listeners from Facebook. Memes work. Period. I don't care what you say, Draco. Let me tell you for real. Like a few hundred every other week. I swear to God.
From
Facebook.
You can listen to the whole episode on Facebook?
No, from the post. Because people share the memes, and then the people who be sharing them come back to the page, they like it, and they be comment. Like, it's a Facebook. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
I ain't sleep no more.
Don't sleep.
I am kind of sleepy, but so we have something cool coming out, something celebratory should be out. I mean, I think after the next episode or 2, we should be ready to release. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, that way. Anyway, y'all, you got anything else to add? No. What do you have coming up?
Ooh. Well, by the time y'all come back, no, I don't have anything coming up. Christmas is coming up. Chroma time.
Yeah, I literally just kind of finalized what I'm getting everybody for Christmas today. Oh God.
Honestly, I don't know what I wanted for Christmas. My boyfriend told me he been knew what he was gonna get me, and he told me the price range. So all I'm gonna do is open my eyes on Christmas.
Yeah. If you listen to this,
nope.
Ask me if you want to know what I want for Christmas. One of y'all can pay for my LLC.
Period.
Somebody can get me out of debt.
Okay, now that's a request.
Pay my car note. Because all the clothes and stuff I can buy myself. Who
and that's
cares?
my issue. I think that's why I can't determine what I want, because literally everything I want I have gotten. And it's like so it's like, well, you can give me that YSL bag.
Yeah. Exactly. Because that's exactly what I told my sister. I'm like, well, I mean, it's some Prada sneakers I want that I'm not going to spend my own money on. I really want them though, but my card ain't swiping for it unless somebody give me the money, and even still, I might contemplate on.
Right, I might just pocket the money.
Like, I'm like, do I want it? Now I've done that before.
I mean, hey, that's your gift, so
yeah, definitely pay my car note that twice. Period. But anywho, but yeah, I don't really have nothing coming up. I'm back with Escape this weekend.
Okay, what y'all doing?
They got a show in Baltimore.
Oh, so let me tell you something. You booked and busy, baby.
Booked and.
Give me some crab cakes from Baltimore.
I can't wait to get an accent when I go.
You want a Baltimore accent?
Yeah.
You can stay up there with that.
I love it.
Y'all, but the British impact from them settlers back in the day on the city of Baltimore is the fact that it's so prevalent today. I don't understand. Are they still there? I'm not understanding.
I love it.
Okay.
So I'm going to be in Baltimore this weekend. It's only for one day.
All right, y'all. It's been another episode of OD Podcast. The OD's for open discussion. Holla at your girl.
Your curls.
Your burl.
And your whirls.
Okay, and your twirls. Oh. Bye.